Hey everyone, so today we're going to be looking at a truly bizarre interview that Donald Trump did with Axios regarding the coronavirus. And I'm not going to lie, if I was shown this clip out of context, I would almost believe that it's a satire piece. Just because the way that it's shot, mixed with like the crazy things that Donald Trump is saying, it really almost doesn't feel like it's real. But it is real, that is the president. And so we're going to take a look at it and we'll talk about it along the way.
Take a look at some of these charts.
I'd love to.
We're going to look.
Let's look.
And if you look at death,
Yeah. Started to go up
here's
again.
one. Well, right here, the United States is lowest in numerous categories. We're lower than the world.
Lower than
We're
the
lower
world?
than
What is that?
Europe.
In
Take a
what?
look.
In what?
Take a look.
And so I'll just say right there, I mean, I get it. Maybe he's not super familiar with those graphics specifically, but he doesn't like, he's not presenting them in a compelling way. He's just kind of like read what it says and then gave it to the guy. And I think that, you know, you're the president. You should have a somewhat good understanding of the I mean, I wouldn't be super impressed if someone could just rattle off a number of statistics because, you know, that just maybe shows that they're good memorization. But like, he doesn't even seem to know like what metric he thinks that the U.S. is doing better in. He just says like, oh, lower deaths, but we'll see what he's talking about.
Right here. Here's case death.
Oh, you're doing death as a proportion of cases. I'm talking about death as a proportion of population. That's where the US is really bad.
Well,
Much worse than South Korea, Germany,
you
etc.
can't do that. You have
Why
to go.
can't I do that?
You have to go by. You have to go by where. Look, here is the United States. You have to go by the cases. The cases.
Why
are
not
there.
as a proportion of
when we have
population?
somebody.
See, isn't this just so weird? He's like, oh, like, I mean, the interviewer seems to be really on it, really, you know, talking about this in a coherent way. He's like, oh, you know, I think that you should do it as death as a proportion of population, not cases. And Donald Trump's just like, you can't do that, and like not giving like a reason why, not offering an explanation. I guess one possible explanation is you could say like, oh, maybe more people are getting it here, but like less people are dying from it, meaning that they're getting better care here. Maybe, but that's being generous, and that's not the argument that he's making. He just says, oh, you can't do that, and that's not an argument.
What it says is when you have somebody that
Yeah.
has it, where there's a case.
Oh, okay.
The people that live
Sure.
from
Oh.
those cases.
It's surely a relevant statistic to say if the US has X population and X percentage of death of that population
No,
versus
because you
South
have to
Korea.
go by the cases.
Well, look at South Korea, for example. 51 million population, 300 deaths. It's like, it's
You-
crazy
you don't
compared to
know
America.
that.
I do. It's on
You
the.
don't know
it's
that.
You think they're faking their statistics? South Korea?
I
An
won't
advanced
get into
country?
that.
He had to think about it there. He was like, do I want to say that South Korea is faking their statistics? But what it's just like, it's lazy arguments, like just saying like, oh, you can't do that, and like, oh, you don't know that. Like, what I mean, unless we're not trusting the numbers that South Korea is putting out, and I don't think that there's any reason to think that South Korea is being disingenuous about the numbers they're putting out. But it's not just South Korea. It's most other countries that they are handling. If you look all throughout Europe, like the guy said, you know, Germany. I mean, you can look at the countries in Scandinavia, Norway, Denmark. They're doing a lot. Not Sweden necessarily. Sweden's struggling a little bit. But it makes so much more sense to look at it as deaths as a proportion of population and not cases. It just we'll keep going.
A very good relationship
Yeah.
with the country, but you don't know that. And they have spikes. Look, here's
Germany,
one.
low,
Here's
9,000.
one. Here's one right here. United States. You take
Anyway.
the number of cases.
Okay.
Now look, we're last, meaning we're first.
Last, I don't know
We
what
have
we're
the
first
best.
in. As a what?
Take a look
Okay.
again. It's
I just-
cases,
Okay.
and we have cases because
mean,
of the testing. Wait,
1,000 Americans are dying a day, but I understand on cases it's different.
no, but you're not reporting it correctly, Jonathan.
I think I am, but
If you take a look at this other chart, look, this is our testing, I believe. This is the testing, yeah.
yeah, we do more tests.
No, wait a minute. Well, don't we get credit for that? And because we do more tests, we have more cases. In other words, we test more. We have. Now take a look. The top one. That's a good thing, not a bad thing.
But-
The top, Jonathan.
If hospital rates were going down and deaths were going down, I'd say terrific. You deserve to be praised for
Well, they
testing,
don't
but they're
even-
all going
you know,
up.
they very rarely talk-
60,000 Americans are in
If
hospital.
you watch the
1,000
news
dying
or
a
read the
day.
papers, they usually talk about new cases, new cases, new cases.
I'm talking about death.
Well, you look at
It's going
death.
up.
Death is way down from where it was.
It's 1,000 a
Death.
day. It was 2,500. It went down to 500. Now it's going up
Death,
again.
excuse me, where it was is much higher than where it is right now.
It went down and it went up
spiked,
again.
But now it's going down again. It's
going
going
up.
down in Arizona. It's going down in Florida.
Nationally,
it's
it's
going
going
down in Texas. Take a look at this. These are the tests.
It's going down in Florida?
I love that. I love the interviewer. Like, the interviewer is on it. He's like, going down in Florida. What are you talking about? Because I believe currently Florida, it is worse than New York at its peak. It's cases like all across the country that we're seeing like record levels of cases and like it's not true what he's saying.
It leveled out and it's going down. That's my report as of yesterday.
So that, I mean, there is that. That's so crazy to me. And just the way that like Donald Trump is sitting on the chair, the way that he's, looks a little flustered with the papers. I mean, that was not a good showing from the Donald Trump. And obviously, like, maybe, people watching this video, maybe we're a little biased. We tend to not think that he's, it's not a good showing based on the substance of what he's saying. But just from the presentation, that was not good. That was not that did not look good for him. I can't imagine even the most avid Trump supporter looking at that and thinking that went well. I really can't. I can't imagine, because it's just, he didn't look like he was prepared. He didn't look like he knew what he was talking about, really. And the guy was super on it. And like, I really enjoyed that. I think that it really highlights, let's say, like, I should use enjoy sparingly. I enjoyed it, for the sake of the clip, but obviously it's not a good thing that the president of the United States is, this is where he's at. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this kind of taking a look at this clip. Maybe Donald Trump will do more interviews like this and really highlight just how not handling this he is. And Joe Biden will win by a landslide, and then we can get to work on getting progressive policies enacted. Hopefully that's what happens. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you disagreed with anything I said, or if I got anything wrong, please leave a comment down below. But if you enjoyed the video, make sure to like and subscribe, and have a great day.